I have a I have a very interesting topic for y'all. All of my topics are interesting, so I'm gonna play with everything for a minute. We're gonna relax because I want this young lady to relax and tell her story. So, um, before I do that, I want to say I want to thank everybody who has been uh, getting the T-shirts. I don't have none on right now. I'm Atlanta 404 jersey because the young lady who I will be talking with is from the ATL. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. ATL stand up. I got a lot of people from ATL. But before I go into the topic, which is, and check this out, how can a blind mother lose custody of her children that way or her child that way? And the reason I'm talking about that way, if you stay tuned to this topic, you will be able to understand what I mean by that way. But before I do that, for those individuals who haven't gotten their T-shirts, I still have some T-shirts. And for those who have bought the T-shirts, I appreciate that. So what I'm gonna do, if y'all want to know, excuse me, what the T-shirts look like, I'm gonna play the interview or video so that you can see. I had to mute my audio. Can you see what the so my audience can see what the shirts look like? So hold up for a second, and you'll be able to check it out. And for those who want to get the shirts, y'all can definitely get in touch with me and purchase one. They're only $10, $12. So here we go, and I want to thank my assistant for at least doing this video. So here we go. Uh, Here we go.
Hello, so everyone's asking how the Third Eye Vision shirt look. Here it is. It's white, a white shirt with the Third Eye Vision logo at the top. And underneath it has the motto where we motivate the blind, stimulate your mind, and welcome all kind.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Let me turn my music back on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now let's get to the topic at hand which is how can a blind mother lose custody of her child that way? Recently, before I started this show, I was like, man, I never heard of a situation where blind parents lose their kids due to the fact that they can't see and things like that. And upon talking with other individuals, I found that to be the case in a lot of situations. As a blind parent, I was kind of baffled because there's never been a situation where people wanted to take my child and what have you. But just upon speaking to other individuals, they've come to me and said, "Well, yeah, and that's true. People have had their children taken away from them because of this situation." So I went around trying to find instances of this actually happening, and I had run into on Facebook a young lady. After time went on, a young lady by the name of Daphne, who put a post out, and I really wanted to comment on it, and I did, and I got in touch with her, and she got it, said that this would be something that she would like to come on and talk about because she has had this situation happen to her. She she's going to explain to you all, and hopefully this can help out. And also, she has a petition that she's going to be talking about. That if y'all want to go sign that, y'all can do that as well. That's going to help out her case. So, with that being said, look. Well, welcome to Third Eye Visions, where we motivate the blind, stimulate your mind, and welcome all kind. Now, Daphne, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is the music too loud? Do I need to turn it down? Or you need some of that crunk music like that, Lil Jon, since you're from the ATL. What you,
Exactly.
that's what you want? You want some of that music? Are you good?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, you good? Now, Daphne, when did you write this post?
About a week ago. Well, I posted it in the Blind Pen Pals group.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was about a week ago, and thanks to that group, I've got a lot of people to sign my petition, and people trying to point me in the right direction of other advocates or groups that can help me.
Okay. Well, before I continue, I want to ask you that whatever you're about to say is the truth and nothing but, and it's not for reasons of you just basically just want to, attention, or just want to come on all these shows and what have you. So it is this it is documented, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I can speak for that because you have shown me some receipts and whatnot in terms of what happened. Now, you're from ATL. Not that it makes a difference, but I just want to put people out there because hopefully people in that particular area could probably help you out and turn you to the right direction and hook you up with the right people that can probably do some things. Man, I'm pissed off, to even hear of something like that, having a child taken from a person who is visually impaired because they can't see. Now, is that the premises, or do you feel that this is this is the reason, or maybe do you think it could be other reasons?
Well, of course they know that it is illegal to take a child based upon their disability or impairment. So they also stated that I abused my child, which never happened.
Okay. Now, before we go there, let's tell everybody about your situation in terms of you as a blind parent. How long you've been how long have you been blind, first of all?
I lost my sight in 2009, so it's been 12 years.
And what happened, if you don't mind to
I
share?
had fluid on. I went blind, and I also lost my hearing, so that's why I talk a little loud. But my hearing came back um, enough for me to be able to function.
Okay, well, we need you to talk loud on here, so ain't anybody worrying about all that. So, but you still are a good mother. You still are a person you still are an individual that's trying to do things in life, and you're not just sitting down waiting for SSI checks, correct?
Exactly, I
Okay.
am.
All right, now talk to us. Take us through the times in terms of you as far as being a blind parent. How hard is it? How is it easy? Give the people some pointers who are at least trying to become parents, or who are parents and don't know where to turn. Give them some insight in terms of the difficulties, or the non difficulties, if you will, of a blind parent.
Okay, well, I mean, it's the norm. Just a parent is a parent, whether they can't see or they can see. So, I mean, it's always going to be difficulties when you're parenting, but I think I handle it very well. My daughter is 9, and I also have a 19-year-old. So, this wasn't my first time around.
Okay. Now, as far as were there adjustments, as far as being a parent, were there adjustments that had to be made in order to become the best parent that you feel in your heart that you could be?
Well, when I lost my sight, of course, being pregnant and being newly blind,
Mhm.
I went to get whatever skills I could. So I attended the Center for the Visually Impaired, and I am a certified blind mother
Okay,
in the
I
state.
like. Okay, so you know what to do. You know when to do. You know how to do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to say yes, sir, girl. I appreciate the respect, but it's cool. We just people that's talking, and I admire I like your personality. When I first, it's very bubbly. I mean, upon talking to you, I said, man, I thought it was gonna be a situation where you're gonna be shy to come on and talk and things like that, but you're not. So talk to us and explain to us in terms of the situation that occurred, that why how people can had children or your child taken away. First of all, you want to talk about the you said the fact that you had two kids and one's 19. That was before you lost your sight, right?
Yeah. Well, wait, say that again.
Okay, the child that you have that's 19, you had that one before
I
you.
could see when I had her, but I lost my sight when she was 6.
Okay, you're breaking up. Let's hold on 1 second. Say it again.
I said I could see when I had her, but I lost my sight when she was 6.
Okay, now the one that you have now, you weren't able to see, right?
I was blind when I had her.
How was it experienced? I mean, were you afraid that when you found out that you're pregnant, like, oh my God, I won't be able to do it? What was the situation like in that aspect?
No, I actually embraced it because I love being a mother. And to be pregnant, that's a beautiful thing.
Mm,
And I had struggles, because I didn't have the family support that I should have. But my daughter's dad, who is my husband, but we're estranged at the moment. him and his family accepted me and they helped me. Also, my godmother, who my best friend introduced me to, she was a major help through everything I had to do with doctor's appointments and just making sure I was okay.
And I like that the fact that you said that, because a lot of blind people feel that, oh my God, I can't do it. I'm pregnant. What am I going to do? And I don't know if that transcends or you know
Hmm.
transcends across like certain like ethnic lines or whatever in terms of being stronger. I don't know what the case is, but I've talked to a lot of people who are African American descent, and they don't have any problems as far as being a blind mother. Not saying that it's against any others, but that's what I have noticed in terms of them becoming pregnant. But nevertheless, you were able to be to be a good mother and raise that child. Now, talk to us and tell us what actually happened that prompted you to put the post in, and we'll go from there. Go ahead. This is your show. This is your time to shine and talk to us everything.
Well, um, I just decided that it was time for me to get the word out to a broader audience. And just I just decided to start posting my petitions, and though I have the videos from my Ring doorbell that I captured of the incident. Ring, that's a
Hmm.
lifesaver.
Okay.
But it's just like it's time for us to have a voice. Just because we're blind does not mean we're not human. We all are human, so we all should be treated equally. And I just felt like maybe if I took that step by posting in that group, then I would get the response that I got. And you know, thank God I did, because I have people that don't even know me standing up and saying they support me, and what I'm going through is not right.
Okay. Now tell everybody about the post, what it said, why you posted, what. No, let's give them some incidents in terms of what transpired. Go ahead. You're doing
So
very good. Good.
I shared my petition, and I stated that I am a blind mother that had my daughter taken from me because I fired a personal care assistant out of my home that I hired that had nothing to do with the FCS. And they came to my home 2 days after I fired that person with the police to take my child. And which I have the investigators and the officer on video stating that they were taking my child not for the allegations they gave a judge, but because I fired a caretaker, and they wanted me to have a sighted person live with me. Blind people aren't supposed to live alone, is what they're stating.
Okay. Repeat that. You said repeat that last part, because that's the part that's baffled me. Blind people are not. Say it again. Wait. You can hear me?
Yes. Yeah, it's just real difficult with these corrupt people here.
Okay,
Yeah.
what was this? What was the situation that declared that you're not supposed, as a blind person, that you weren't supposed to have your own kid in your home?
Yes, exactly. So they're basically, violating my civil rights, and, amendments stating that I don't have the right to live by myself.
Was this because I'm pausing because I'm trying to take in all this. Was this the first time that you've ever heard of anything like this happening?
I
Because
declined this voice overall.
say it again.
Can you hear her?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Hold on.
Can you,
Uh,
can,
Yeah.
There you go.
I need to hold it because I
Yes.
can't hear her. I'm sorry.
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now repeat what you said about, as far as that they stated that a blind person or a blind parent should not have any kids at home, even if it's yours.
Yes, so what they said is that I don't have the right to live alone. I cannot be independent. It's basically what these people are stating,
Damn.
especially having a child, because my daughter has some special needs, but they are maintained. I take care of everything she needs. And, you know, they just came and took. my baby from me because they had a judge sign off because they came up with 4 allegations that were not true and they have not been proven. But one of them was about me being blind, which is illegal.
Oh my God. So no, I'm gonna focus on that mainly, but as far as the other allegations, don't go into detail about it. But what were the other allegations?
So the first one was they claimed that I have drug use, which I did not fail any drug tests, and they did not even give me a drug test before taking my child. Secondly, they said I have inadequate mental health because I see a therapist and a psychiatrist, but I am not on medication. So they feel like they can determine something better than a physician. Thirdly, they said I have domestic violence issues, and I'm not in a relationship at all right now. And that wasn't an issue. Then
Mm.
they said I have inadequate supervision. That was them talking about me being blind.
Okay, did they? They was at any point that they specifically said that, or what was that your implicit assumption in terms of that part being even?
These were the allegations that they gave the judge to get him to sign the removal order so they could take my child legally.
So
But
I'm
all
saying
I
I'm saying the last part, which was it ever a point where they explicitly said that because you are blind, they're taking the child, or was it because of what was stated on the documents? It was implicitly stated that, oh, they're trying to say because I can't do it because I can't see. You follow me?
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, they contradicted themselves several times. So
Mm-hmm.
what they gave the judge was those allegations. But what they gave me as a case plan stated that mom is blind and must have a 24-hour
Oh my
caretaker.
God, I can believe. Yes. So who, and don't name names, who was the individual that made these allegations? Or were these your
Okay. So first of all, I my dad and his wife, they were saying that, oh, I fired too many personal care assistants, and I'm telling them what happened. So there was an instance when CPS wanted my child to go be with somebody that can see, and they claimed they placed her with my dad and his wife.
Mm. Okay, let's stop right
I
there.
not
Let me,
do that. So I told my dad to bring my baby home. And once I did that, my dad and his wife and the former personal care assistant and her boss got together and called Child Protective Services and said that I was abusing my daughter and that I keep firing the personal care assistants.
okay, now let's back up again. They took your child and placed them with your dad because they claimed that the CPS claimed that your child needed to be with someone who could see, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what ultimately happened after that?
But my dad, he had his own legal issues, and him and his wife are not supposed to have children under 18 in their home.
Okay.
So, DPAC, that blame is going to be on them. But my daddy just had a stroke, so I don't too much want to talk about him. But the personal care assistant that was in my home, I fired her, but she went to my dad's house to help out him and his wife because they're elderly. And they was like, they don't need her. So I told her she's fired and I don't need service from that company anymore. And her boss called CBS and told them that I was physically abusing my child. And she never ever saw me do that ever. Only met the lady twice.
So, and this baffles me how people can actually make claims about certain things like that just out the blue, and your child could actually be taken out your home because of this without any proof. I mean, is it a situation where you have to prove that these allegations are made, or they can just make blanket statements like that? You
Yes,
follow
sir.
me? I'm asking, like, people can make blanket statements about, like, if you and I had a child and someone could say, well, Anthony's beating his child, and that's not the case, and they can still come remove the child from the
You
house.
whatever they want. They can get a judge to sign off on it, even if it's not true. Because they get paid. Every child they take into state care, they get paid for that. So it's not like they're helping or they're concerned. This is financial gain for all of them, the judges, the caseworkers, whoever works for them or who is contracted. And the person that filed the CPS report, she
Mhm.
actually has a contract with them. So she
Wow.
was with them the whole time.
So at what points, or what points in the terms of all this happening, did you actually feel that these people are taking my kid because I can't see? What point, like, did you feel that way?
Well, I felt like that the night they came to take her. Because first of all, the lady stated to me that I said, give me a reason why you're taking my child. She said, because we've been speaking to you about keeping someone in your home and you have continued firing the caregivers.
Hmm.
But they're not caregivers. I'm my own caregiver. They're personal care assistants. They're not medical professionals. They're just, some of them are certified nursing aides.
Okay. Now, for those who are going to watch this video later on, distinguish the difference between caregivers and what is it? Care providers? Is that um, the term that they use when they come to kind of look out for individuals? Is there a difference?
Hmm.
You
Well, the caregivers is like what you and I are to our children. We're the
gotcha.
primary caregivers. We provide a roof over our kids' head, food, clothes, everything, etc. The personal care assistants or CNAs are just aides that come into the home to assist with light housekeeping, running errands, and with me being blind, they read my mail, help me pick out my clothes,
Mm.
stuff like.
And then, so she went back to the judge. That person went back and made the false allegations against you, right?
No, she called the CPS hotline.
And that's how the complaints went.
Yeah,
So, um,
allegation, and she was in cahoots with my dad and his wife and her former employee, who I had a police report on because she also hit my daughter. You
wow.
know,
So
yeah.
okay, so that night, what you were talking about, explain to again what happened. They came to at
Okay,
that.
so on September 23rd, 2020, they came to my home because on September 21st, a personal care assistant was in my home and
Mm,
she assaulted my daughter. I have a police report on that as well. So I
mm,
fired her.
okay, good.
So
Okay,
2 days later and told me that they were taking my child because I don't have the right to continue firing the aides out of my home and I'm blind.
that's. I mean, all this is very interesting because I can't believe that a person doesn't have rights to, if things are not going right, they don't have the right to fire any individual, and then for them to say because using a reason such as this because you're visually impaired or blind, whatever, that's just over the top for me. So after that, what happens? They remove the child that instant.
So my daughter's been gone for 9 months. So they say they have a case plan for me to complete. And it's with assessments and psychologicals, but I have a psychiatrist and a therapist, so I don't feel like I should be. I have to. Well, legally, they cannot force me to do that. And the judge has not enforced it,
Mm,
but they're trying to force me to do what they want me to do so they can get things to use against me because they want me to go to their providers who they have
right.
in their versus going to the people that I already had in place for me and my daughter.
Uh,
So we're having a court case, and the judge just keep on resetting and resetting and resetting. He just refusing to give me my child back, and we have a reunification case. And my daughter has been physically abused more than twice while in care. This is the second time they have took her from me.
mm.
And the judge is refusing to appoint me a lawyer, so I do not have any legal representation at the moment.
We're gonna take this one step further because this is not gonna stop here. I'm trying to see what we can as third eye visions can do. I want to try to lead you into the right department. I have some frat brothers and probably who may take and look at this because they're lawyers. But in the meantime, as far as your daughter being abused, what care, and you have to name the names of the people. Whose care is she under at this point in time?
Okay, so when they took her, they gained temporary guardianship of her, but my rights have not been terminated. So I still have rights to her, but they're refusing to allow me to interact with anything medical, school, or anything. But she's in their care and she's being physically abused, and they're trying to cover it up. But I now have my local police investigating.
Okay, and they're as far as don't comment on what they found, but they're working on your behalf, right?
Yes.
And does everything seem to be positive as far as that's concerned?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so where point blank, where is your kid down?
So I think she's somewhere in Gwinnett County. I'm not sure. They keep moving her from foster home, saying she's out of order, or she just acting um erratically,
Right.
and they keep bouncing her around to different people's homes.
So is she able to see you at any point in time during all this these accusations and things?
So we've been having visits for about a month and a half since they've had her for 9 months.
Oh my God.
They are allowing me to have visits with my child, and she comes home for 3 hours every Thursday.
Now, then this may sound kind of a bit contradictory as far as their on their end, but if they feel that you are a blind mother, point blank, why are they still allowing her to still come to your home? Or is it just some type of clause that's in there that allow them to, allow you to see your kid, your
Yeah.
child, regardless?
So we have a reunification case, so they have to give me my child back. But like I said, that it's about financial gain. They're getting paid to legally kidnap and traffic our children. So it's about money. And every day they have her, the government pays them, especially because my daughter is special needs. She has a slight hearing loss and her bones are fused. But
Mm-hmm.
they're using that to say that I can't take care of a special needs child being blind, but she's being neglected in their care.
Now tell me this, because we have some people in here now. Is this only in your state, or have you heard of this before,
No,
or
yeah,
so you?
it's plenty of other families where it's people that cited that have had CPS take their kids from them and terminate their rights.
Now I understand that part, and I'm not trying to
No,
belittle that,
it
but
happens everywhere.
I'm not.
It
I understand that part, but I'm just saying because we are blind parents, and that's the focus. Because, like I said, I've never heard of anything like this happening. You've been the first to open up. So for a person to say, "Well, you can't take care of your kids because you're blind," that's just that's just over the top for me. Because I
yeah,
feel that if you're a parent and you have the, regardless if you're blind, hearing impaired, whatever, if you have the ability to do so, it shouldn't be a situation where the states can come in and say taking for that particular reason. Now, if you are abusing and things like that, then that's another different subject.
yeah,
But if I were to come to you point blank and say, Daphne, why was your kid taken? What would be your first response in terms of what you feel?
because I'm blind.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, how is your child dealing in regards to all this happening right now? How
Whew.
she?
Honey, she's upset. She's frustrated. She want to come home, and the only way she knows the only way she knows how to go is to act like they act when they came and took her. So she's acting out because she's being physically abused, and she feels like everyone in defects is going to hurt her. She's
Hmm.
scared for her life.
Wow. Now, I want to ask you this: what how's the situation with your other child? I mean, and you don't have to go into, because I know we talk about some things off camera, but you know how to, yeah. So, how is the relationship between you and her?
Well, me and my daughter, we're best friends. I mean, she's like that's my miracle baby,
Mm.
and she means the world to me. And like at times when my oldest daughter wasn't around or my family wasn't around, we're all we have is each other. And I try to teach her that family is everything. And she really wants to come home. She misses me. We just hold each other and cry sometimes while she for her when she comes for her visits.
And what about the support from your family? Are you receiving that during these times? Or and I know you say you don't have the proper representation, but and it's hard as hell trying to fight it. But are you receiving any support from your family members?
No, no. And
Okay.
nobody is against me firing these aides out of my home when my family don't want to come and help me either. And like right now, I love my parents, but my mom and my dad were the biggest people that were against me when, they have their own demons that they're dealing with. So they just try to find an outlet to make somebody else go through something for the pain that they feel in their lives.
Wow, and I understand where you're coming from with that too. Has there ever been a part in the conversations with your parents that they said, "Well, definitely you don't need to be with these, you don't need to have your kids because you can't see." Have they ever approached?
Oh, my mama has said several times I should get my tubes tied. I don't need to have any more special need kids, and that she don't care about helping me with my daughter. Like even when my child's here, nobody will keep her or take her out with the other kids or nothing. So it's just always me and her against the world.
So, and I like that. What do you say to individuals who just say, aside from your parents, or just
Um,
any of you who may say, "Well, definitely, girl, you don't need to have no, you can't see and you can't this and that and third." And I'm just just putting it out there. What do you say to people like that who tell you this kind of crap?
well, I mean, I make them eat their words because like my mama come back around and say, "I'm so proud of you. You take such good care of her." Cause I'm on my third house, and I've had like 5 apartments, and all of them been in my name. No help from nobody getting approved for anything. You know what I'm saying? So I do what I have to do first and foremost as a mother,
Right, right.
and I just start letting what people say negative go in one ear and out the other because I feel like people try to down somebody else because they did wrong by their kids or people in their life. So I can't let that negativity um bring me down.
That's
I
right.
have to stay up because I have 2 kids that need me.
That's right. Well, I'm just like I said. I'm just so sorry that this has occurred. Um, what so in essence, with your protest, as we get back to that, what do you want to people to know about what you're going through, and two, what do you want to accomplish with with the protest or the petition? I'm sorry. What do you want to accomplish with the
Oh,
petition?
that's we got a protest coming, but
Okay.
so I want people to stop stereotyping people with disabilities.
Hmm.
And I want this corruption to end, but I also want these people to pay for what they've done to me and my daughter and any other family that has had to go through this type of situation.
Wow. Wow. So y'all hear that out there, man. She tell everybody where they can go to sign the petition or how they can get in touch with you if you want to put your number out there or if not, or what's the situation
Yeah,
so so they can go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. So my petition is on change.com, or either you can go on my Facebook page, MRS Daphne Colman.
Okay,
Um,
let me write it down. Okay, let me see. The petition PETITION is where is it at?
it's
On
on
where?
change.com.
Hold on uh, uh, all right, change.com. And then what else you wanted to know?
And or they can go on my Facebook page,
Or
MRS Daphne Coleman, DAPHNE
MRS. You're going fast. DAL. How you spell that?
DAPHNE
DAPHNE.
COLE
Oh,
MAN.
COLE. I got a space
Yeah,
here.
it's though before.
Hold on.
And also
Daphne
if
Colman. That's the
yes,
name you say.
yeah, and if
Okay.
anyone contact me, they can.
You
My
want to leave a
number is
number?
404 399
Number.
9764.
Uh, say it again. 404
399.
399. Okay.
Yeah, 9764.
9764. Okay. For Okay, cool. Hey, on the real man, I appreciate you sharing your story, and I know there's more. I know off camera how you went, and I feel you, and I'm glad that you watered it down a little bit, but not to a point to where you allowing them to just to do whatever needs to be done. My thing is, man, when people say that blind people can't be parents, or people who are hearing impairments can be parents, or if you are paraplegic, whatever, I don't feel that the state should be able to determine that. I mean, if you feel that you have the ability to do it, and you have the resources, you have the help, and you want the help, the want and the whatever, you do it. I don't think that people should to determine that, man. And like I said, this floored me when I heard that because when I started doing the show, I never heard this, but to hear that people can say, well, you blind, you don't need to be, man, how can you intervene into a person's life? And I may be on my soapbox, or may not, but that's just my opinion. As we conclude, what do you take your time, and I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to say whatever it is and get it off your chest, and hopefully that things can basically start moving because of this. So go ahead, you have the show.
Well, I just need everybody to support me, sign a petition, and stand up for what's right. If it's something you believe in, always fight for justice, or we gotta pave the way for our children, because they're gonna live our legacy. And with me being blind, I'm not gonna let anything stop me. I can get from point A to point B just like a sighted person. And you better tell them, Miss D. Huh? I said you better tell them. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Wait. Say it again. We are speaking. Go ahead.
Yes. Anyway, people keep calling me and stuff.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're about to. I got it. We're gonna conclude. I'm glad you came in and shared your story, and thanks to everyone else who participated. I didn't want to get to the comments or anything because this is too interesting. So if y'all want to help Daphne, y'all hit her up and make this move. Look, this is not going to be in. I'm gonna do what I can to post and bring awareness to that. So thanks for coming on the show, though, Daphne.
All right, you're welcome. Thank y'all.
All right, bye. So there it is, y'all. Wow. That's a mouthful, man. That's a mouthful. If y'all want to comment on what y'all just saw, y'all let me know. That's right, Jordan. Thanks for participating. This is a juicy topic, man. It's hot up here. Let me tell you, you know what I'm saying. And like I said, I never heard of this before, but it's. I mean, I guess you live and learn. But Jordan, share this on your page to bring attention, and give her a call if y'all want to support her. Give her some support. She has no representation right now, so she's fighting all this herself. So, wow. Thanks for viewing, Tyrone. Yeah, she just went off. So if you want to catch the show in its entirety, it's on there. Please share the videos. I can't stress this anymore, man. I'm doing my just to at least bring y'all some good videos. Just share them if y'all don't like them, whatever. But this was a topic that I just had to touch and whatnot, because I'm a blind parent. And a lot of my followers, viewers, and subscribers are blind people, or blind parents as well, and they may go through this at some point in time if things, if they don't watch out. So be prepared to fight. That's what I can say. So with that being said, y'all, I'm about to bounce. Y'all be cool.